Hello and welcome back to another Marvel Champions recorded gameplay. Today we're going to be taking Psylocke up against the Brotherhood, or the Mansion attack, and we're using the deck that we built for the deck factory this week, all around target practice. Now, if you want to see the deck link is down below. We also have a very in-depth video talking about the deck that is also linked down below in the video description. I do these deck factories. I'm trying to do them every week. I think there's going to be a couple weeks coming up where we may have to miss just based on travel, but I like to showcase the deck as well, and so I'm pretty pumped about this one. I'm excited. I haven't played Psylocke in a good bit, and it's going to be fun to try a target practice deck and something that another card that I don't normally use. So the basis of the deck is we're going to be using target practice with some high impact allies, Deathlock. We've got Beta Ray Bill, Yondu to get some of those target practice interrupts and gets +2, and so we either have like really solid attackers, or we have attackers. I guess Beta Ray Bill is a solid attacker, but he has a triggering condition that when he defeats a minion, we get to remove threat from the main scheme. So we can use target practice to make sure that we hit that triggering condition. We've got, I messed up a rule. That's why this is kind of set up and I had to start over. Okay, so we start out by putting Save the School into play. Run the Brotherhood Strikes. Put Save the School environment into play. Shuffle all the copies of the main scheme to A and stack them under the scheme. Shuffle the villains together without looking to create the villain deck. The top card of this deck is in play. Grab all of our villains. Do I not have a... I don't think I have a promo pyro. Interesting. No, I do. Just kidding. Cool. Okay, so we will roll a dice. Ignore 5 or 6. Ignore 5 or 6. Ignore 5 or 6. 3. We got Toad. Oh, I don't like Toad. Toad's so mean. So, Toughness, Victory 2. After Toad attacks and damages the character you control, discard 1 card at random from your hand. Boo. Everyone boo that Toad. Boo. So he comes in with 16 health. He does have Toughness. And, ooh. The nice thing about Psylocke is she has a lot of access to Confuse, so we can flip down and confuse Toad out. But, oh my goodness, yeah. When revealed, deal each player face down encounter card, advance to the next card, and add this card to the victory display. After the villain is defeated, if there are X villains in the victory display, the players win the game. We're going to go with 3. Otherwise, deal each player an encounter card and reveal the next villain. If a minion with the same title as the new villain is engaged, discard that minion. The villain activates against that player. And what do we got here? The cafeteria. Each character gains Retaliate 1. Now, I'm going to... This is what I missed in the game that I had to start over. I'll put that out there because for some reason I have the hardest time remembering those conditions. Alright, so we got 6 cards to start us out. We're looking for Call for Backup, Beta Ray Bill, Power the Mind, Rally the Troops. Okay, so we're not going to play Rally the Troops. We're probably not going to play a Beta Ray Bill. I would much rather get Beta Ray Bill off of a Call for Backup. We do have a Fury of Blaze, which is interesting. Gets a Confuse out there. We do have a Power the Mind to play it. We have a Weapons Training. After she attacks, discard Weapons Training. Ready each weapon upgrade you control. That could be kind of interesting. No, it pays for itself. Psionic Redirect. After she thwarts, discard Psionic Training, confuse an enemy. We got 2 of our skills here. We're going to pass on that as well. Let's draw into something good. We got X. That's good. Fury of Blades. Alrighty. 2 for Sidearm. 2 for 5. And Telepathic Suggestion. The nice thing about Sidearm here is that we'll ditch Sidearm knowing that when Deathlock comes around, we have a valid target to attach to Deathlock. Alrighty. This actually does start with 1. So let's go ahead and flip up to Psylocke. Let's use... Everybody gets Retaliate 1. Let's go Psy Knife, Power the Mind to play X. We'll confuse Toad. Or X will thwart. when we use the side knife, we're going to flip that to a katana. We'll use a side knife to flip the katana. And we'll use a sidearm and a Fury of Blades to play a Fury of Blades. So deal 2 damage to an enemy. For each side knife, confuse it. For each side katana, choose an enemy, deal 2 damage. So we're going to deal 6 damage to Toad. We'll retaliate. Then we will attack Toad for 3. Take him down to 7. And when we do that, we will... Actually, we're going to attack him for 2. Because we can interrupt and switch this back to a side knife. So this is actually only going to be 7. Cool. When you reveal a card, we're going to pass that. We're going to stand up. And draw into a Inspired. Triskelion. Mansion. Ooh, come on. Psychic Hero. Let's hope that we don't randomly discard the Mansion. Toad's going to attack. We're going to block with X. It's going to be a exhausted character you control. That's going to be Psylocke. It's going to knock out X. Then after Toad attacks and damages the character you control, discard 1 random card from your hand. Not the Mansion, not the Mansion. That's a 6. That's a 5. That's a 4. Psychic Kicker, that's fine. 2 cards. First one is Homo Superior. Attached to a minion. Give it a tough status card. If you cannot, it gains Surge. When revealed, Toad, discard 1 random card from your hand. Uh-oh. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not the Mansion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, it's the Mansion. Exhausted. Surge. Exhaust your identity. Joke's on you. I'm already exhausted. Grey Crow. Oh yeah, we're using Mutant Slayers. When Grey Crow attacks you or an ally you control, choose to discard the highest cost card you control, or he gets plus X where X is equal to the cost of that card. Alrighty. So we will use a Inspire to play a Triskelion. We're going to flip down to Alter Ego. We're going to exhaust a Katana to shuffle in a X. We'll exhaust a Knife to shuffle in a Blade, I think? Yeah. So exhaust a Psi Energy upgrade to shuffle a Psionic card from your discard pile into your deck. Oof. Oofed. Yikes. That was a tough start. I can't believe we lost Mansion. Eh. Stand up. We got 6 cards. What do we got? Psychic Kicker, Target Practice, Sidearm, Mental, Inspired. Yikes, team. Yo. We're not feeling the love from the deck today. Ow. Oof. We'll add 1 here. Toad is confused. Grey Crow will scheme for 1. And we got an encounter card, which is Body Swapped. You cannot flip your Psi Katana's upgrades. When revealed, flip each of your Psi Energy upgrades to the Psi Katana side. It's an Alter Ego action. We can discard 1 Psionic card from your hand to discard this obligation. That's fine. Team. We're in trouble. We're in a lot of trouble, actually. Let's discard Mental Detection to get rid of this. Grey Crow has Retaliate 2. Okay, so what we can do is Mental Detection can draw us a good number of cards. So actually, I'm gonna have discarded Psychic Kicker instead of Mental Detection because Psychic Kicker is also a Psionic card. Let's flip up. Let's use a Katana to play Mental Detection. So we'll remove 1 threat from a scheme. For each Katana we control, we'll draw a card. Deathlock and Fury of Blades. Deathlock is really nice here. We'll go Mental Detection, Fury, Inspired, and Sidearm to play Deathlock. After Deathlock enters play, search or choose an upgrade in any player's discard pile with a cost 1 or less and attach it to Deathlock. So we're going to give him Sidearm. Now he has Ranged, which is so very nice. We'll go Target Practice. We will go ahead and attack using Target Practice to take out Grey Crow. He'll take 1 consequential. Then we will thwart and we will interrupt to change this to a knife to take 2 off of the cafeteria. We'll stand up. Got an energy. Target practice. Target practice. Oh, let's go. Telepathic suggestion. All right. We got one threat here. Toad is going to attack. He's going to attack. He's attacking for 2. We're going to discard a card from our hand. There's no getting around that because I think we'll hit a boost. So might as well just take it. 2, 4. Down to 4. Then we have to discard a random card from our hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Telepath. That's a little unfortunate. We got Shadow of the Past. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, we got Interdimensional Plunder. Place 1 threat here for each upgrade in play. We have 3 upgrades in play. So that's going to be a total of 5 threats. Then we got Chimera. When Chimera activates against you, she gets plus X scheme, plus X attack, where X is the number of mental resources on cards I control. Chimera's got to go. Cool. Alrighty. We may have to lose this cafeteria. Oh, Toad gets pinged 1 because I have retaliate. Deathlock currently, we're going to play target practice. We will attack and take out Chimera using target practice. I guess we will thwart here. And we'll cross our fingers. We'll flip down. Let's go Katana and Knife. We'll shuffle in a Mental Detection and a Kicker, probably. We'll play a target practice. Okay. I would be okay if we schemed out of the cafeteria, which we probably will. We're adding 5 before our boost card, so yeah. All right, let's stand up. Got energy. We're gonna hang on to energy. Scimitar, beautiful. Yondu, nice. Psychic Kicker, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, we're playing. Oh my gosh, yes, let's go. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Okay, we got 2. Toad is going to scheme for 3, 4. The villain is Avalanche. So we don't actually pop. We don't actually pop, so that's nice. So we are at 6. Counter card. Test your identity. When you attack an enemy, name a resource type, then discard the top card of your deck. If that card does not have the resources of the name type, change the target to a friendly character of your choice, and then discard this card. Oh no! That's so bad. That's so bad. Ow. Okay, well, maybe we just don't attack. Actually, that's probably what we'll do. We'll just not attack. We'll handle thwarting and let our allies do all the attacking. Speaking of thwarting, let's go ahead and we're going to heal for 3. We're going to go back up to 7. Okay. Let's flip up to Psylocke. Let's use Katana, and we'll swap that to a Knife. No, we're going to keep it as a Katana. I like having the split. So Katana, Psy Knife to play the Scimitar. Now this is our 3rd restricted, so we can't switch into another Katana. But the Scimitar is after you play another Cyanic card, we can exhaust this to deal 2 damage to an enemy. We'll use a Genius and an Energy to play Yondu. Oh, I wish I could inspire Yondu, but here we are. Toad has 7. I don't want to use Deathlock, but we might have to use Deathlock here. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 3. So we can take out Toad. We can take out Toad. And the best way to do that is have Yondu thwart here. Take this down to 4. Yondu takes a consequential. We will Psychic Kicker Yondu. We will attack for 3. We do have ranged. and he does not take consequential on his attack. And then we will have Deathlock. Oh, and Scimitar can deal 2 damage to Toad. Sweet. And then Deathlock can just knock out Toad. We knock out Deathlock too, but at least Toad's gone. Okay, so when, after the villain is defeated, if there are X villains in the victory display, nope. Otherwise, deal each player an encounter card and reveal the next villain. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got Blob. Blob coming in as a 2/2, 19 hit points. Toughness. After Blob attacks and damages a character, stun that character. That's fine. I don't think I'm attacking the rest of this game. We said 19. We got 2, 4. Perfect. We got an encounter card there. And he has toughness. Okay, let's stand up. I'm going to hang on to Inspired. Mainly, I want Inspired on Yondu. Training Regimen, beautiful. Maria, nice. And Psychic Kicker, beautiful. I love Psychic Kicker and Yondu. It's so good. We're going to add 2 threat to the main. Blob is going to attack. We will defend. He's going to attack for 2, plus 2. We defended for 2, so we take 2 damage. We knock the tough off without retaliate. Encounter cards. First up is Master Plan. We're going to add 4 threat here. Uh-oh. And Riptide Patrol. When Riptide attacks you or an ally you control, we can place 2 threat on the main scheme and place 1 threat on each side scheme, or he gets plus 2 for the attack. I like none of those options. 0 of them. Okay, but it is our turn. So let's use a katana and a knife to play Miss Maria Hill. We'll draw a card into Angel. No, that's wild. Let's use Angel to play Inspired on Yondu. So +1 thwart, +1 attack. Then we will go ahead and poke Riptide for 1. I guess 2. We will Psychic Kicker to ready Yondu. Scimitar will take Riptide out. Let's go. That's pretty exciting, actually. How did I not have enough to pay? Whatever. So now Yondu is attacking for 4. We'll poke Blob for 4. Maria is going to thwart to here. We got a Training Regimen. We're going to hang on to that because that's kind of the entire deck. Let's stand up. Maria needs the damage. Oh, and I am stunned. I'm stunned. That was the whole point of that. We got Strength, Psionic Redirect. Alrighty, and an X. Interesting. Sweet. So when you would take any amount of damage from an enemy attack, prevent 2 of that damage. For each katana, confuse that enemy. We're doing that. We're going to do that. So that prevents 4 damage, so I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine with that. We cannot play X, but he will already be confused. I'm kind of... We'll see. We'll see how the math works out, but... We'll start by going 2 here. Blob's going to attack us. We'll take it to the face. It's going to be 2 plus 0. We will go ahead and use a Strength to play Psionic Redirect. When you would take any amount of damage, prevent 2 of that damage. For each katana, we prevent 2 more, and then we will confuse Blob. Encounter card is an advance. All right, well, there goes the confuse. Maybe we will play X. Scimitar actually could have triggered there. We're going to use that to go 3, or do 2 damage to Blob. We will play X. How about that? That's actually really funny. Katana, Knife, Training Regiment will play X. We'll confuse Blob. X will thwart 3 here. Maria will thwart 2 here. Psylocke will thwart. We're going to pop that into a knife and thwart 3 here. Take that down to 2. Yondu will poke for 2. Not a weapon, so we cannot target practice it. Maria is donezo. That's fine. We'll probably... The reason that I jumped in front with Maria there is we'll draw a hand. We'll probably roll down before Maria can block. And so she was going to knock herself out anyways before we were shuffling our deck. And I won her back in the deck shuffle. We're not running any make the calls or anything. Power of the Mind. Call for backup. Nice. Martial arts training. Team training. Team training is great. It's a really good hand, honestly. Let's go 2. Blob is going to attack. Blob is actually not the worst villain to just have out here. Pyro and Avalanche are actually both probably worse than Blob, so I don't think I actually want to push Blob. I want to hang out and let Blob just beat up on some allies. So we'll block with X. It's going to be 2. The villain is Blob. Give him an additional boost card. +1, +2. Knockout X. Then our encounter card is a Hopping Mad. Toad activates against you. If he's not in play, search the encounter deck, discard pile for Toad, and reveal him. Always check the discard pile first because then I don't have to shuffle if I do find him. But he's not there. So we got Toad. Where is Toad? There he is. Toad, forced response. After Toad attacks and damages a character you control, discard 1 random card from your hand. Ew. No, thank you. Alrighty. So it is our turn. We cannot attack. Yondu's only hitting for 2. We haven't seen any of our laser blasters yet, have we? So we're about to hit our laser blaster. So that'll be really nice for Yondu. But I'm thinking what I want to do here is drop a call for backup, thwart down call for backup, get a Beta Ray Bill, and then have Beta Ray Bill take out Toad. Yeah, this is beautiful. Let's go. This is exciting. Let's go Psy Knife to play call for backup. We'll go ahead and thwart 3 off of call for backup, which will go grab Beta Ray Bill from our discard pile. After Beta Ray Bill attacks and defeats a minion, remove 2 threat from the main scheme. We'll attack for 3 here. Remove 2 threat here. Oh my gosh. So satisfying. So freaking satisfying. Let's go ahead and use... Power of the Mind and Martial Arts Training to play Team Training, so we get +1 health for all of our friendly allies. We will attack for 2. We were at 11, so we're going to go down to 9. We will flip down to Betsy. We'll exhaust the knife to shuffle in a Psychic Kicker. Actually, no, we're going to shuffle in a X. I'm going to shuffle in a Professor X because I want chump blockers. I think if it's not Mansion Attack, if it's not someone that we need to throw chump blockers in front of Blob, like, et cetera, then Psychic Kicker can just, you can Psychic Kicker Yondu to infinity, and it's disgusting. 2, 4, 6. We better have a Laser Blaster in there. Let's stand up. Better have an X in there too. There's a Laser Blaster and the X. Everything that we've dreamed and wanted. Yeah, let's go. Alrighty, we got 2 threat here. I'm gonna be confused. And our encounter card, Telekinetic Dragon. Take X indirect damage, where X is the number of mental resources on cards you control. 1, 2, 3. 3 indirect damage. We'll go 1 on Yondu. The reason being is I have Rally the Troops. We can heal that damage back from Yondu. And he's probably not taking any damage. And we're going to take 2 of it on Betsy. Okay. That's fine. We have a mental detection. We have a sidearm. I would like to get sidearm onto Beta Ray Bill. I would like to get Laser Blaster onto Yondu. I would like to play Professor X. If we do all of that, then we are good. That's exactly what we have, because these get paid for here. We're good. Do I want to heal? I probably need to thwart rather than heal. Unfortunately, I think I need to thwart. So we got, well, okay, so we can get X to thwart for 3, which doesn't take out interdimensional plunder, but we can thwart 3 here, deal with that one. I'm gonna heal. I think I need to not die. And if we draw into Pyro, who's dealing indirect damage, we get into a lot of trouble pretty quickly. Okay, let's flip up to Psylocke. Let's go ahead and use Fury, Psionic Redirect, and Mental Detection to play the one, the only, the Professor X. When X enters play, we're going to confuse Blob. Scimitar is going to trigger and deal 2 damage to Blob. We've got a Knife to play a Sidearm on Beta Ray Bill. Main reason we're putting it on Beta Ray Bill is now we both have ranged, so we can ignore the Retaliate. And also Target Practice works on Beta Ray. And then we're going to use here for a Laser Blaster on Yondu. So Yondu is attacking for 3. Beta Ray Bill is attacking for 4. So that is a push. I don't want to do that. Mainly because he's confused. We lose that confused. We lose a lot of the efficiency, and we bring in a villain. That's going to be worse for us. So instead, let's go ahead and thwart for 3 here. And then Beta Ray Bill will take out this last one. So we get rid of this. And then we will go up to... We'll be fine. Okay. Let's stand up. Actually, Yondu will go ahead and poke for 3. Might as well, right? We'll stand up. We will not attack next turn, because we want to flip down, get that confuse out of there, and then we can take him out. We deck out, we get a card. Yeah, so we'll take the attack with the X. Next turn, we'll flip down. We'll do a little bit of cleanup on the cafeteria and any threats that come out with everything that we're pulling right now. But then, once Blob loses that confuse, then we can push him and hopefully have a pretty decent board state. And honestly, we could, if we have more target practices, we could really start pushing fast. And Psychic Kickers. Ooh. We could do like a 1-turn kill if we get lucky enough. So the 4 cards we got a Laser Blaster, Mental Detection, and a Weapons Training. I'm going to add 1 here. I'm going to toss X in front of Blob. It's going to be 2, 3. We got 2 cards. First one is an Assault. Uh-oh. Blob is attacking for 2. We will block. +0. Let's go. Perfect block. Next card is Pyromaniac. Pyro activates against you. If he's not in play, search the deck and discard power for Pyro and put him into play. Always search the deck first. I miss him? No, we just haven't seen him. There's so many minions in this deck. It's actually kind of a little fun matchup with the Mutant Slayers and the Brotherhood kind of teaming up. Pyro has 4 attack, which is perfect for Beta Ray. Beta Ray loves 4 attack. Or 4 damage, I should say. And here we are. Okay. So this Laser Blaster is dead to us. We cannot use it. was a conscious decision so that we could draw into Laser Blast first. It really doesn't matter if they're both on the bottom 6 cards of your deck, but here we are. Um, let's go ahead and use a mental detection. No, let's use a Psy Knife Laser Blaster to play mental detection. So remove 1 threat from a scheme for each Psy Knife. Remove 2 additional. Actually, we're going to flip that into the katana when we use it. So we're going to remove 3 threat from here. And then for each katana, we're going to draw a card. Power of the Mind. Sweet, actually. That's great. Okay. We will Scimitar for 2 here. Yondu is attacking for 3. Yeah. We'll have Beta Ray Bill attack and take out Pyro, which will remove 2 threat here. We will use a mental detection and the power of the mind to play a weapons training. So we get retaliate 1. After Psylocke attacks, discard weapons. Oh, which retaliate 1 there from Blob. I may have missed that before. I always will forget that. So hopefully I didn't. We will flip down, use Psy Knife to shuffle in Professor X. Her combo with Cerebro. Cerebro actually may make this deck depending on the matchup, because you can exhaust one of your Psy energy, shuffle X in, use Cerebro to tutor him because Betsy is psionic. You can search your entire deck and you can play him. That may actually be worth it, especially in a scenario where you need a lot of blockers or you have high attackers. Let's stand up. This is an attack. This is an attack. Scimitar is an attack. Shoot. I'm just gonna add 4 damage back. I think I've only triggered it. I'm gonna. How many times have I triggered it? Let's say I've triggered it 3 times. I am stunned. I am interrupt. So I guess the one of the times. I'm gonna say I triggered it 4 times. I'm sorry. But the first one, which I would have been stunned again from Blob. Then I played. Yeah, shoot. I'm really sorry. So we're just gonna add that back. Yondu will shoot for 3. Okay, let's stand up. I hate when I do that. Got inspired. Energy. Angel, nice. Psychic Caker, beautiful. Beautiful, yes. Fury of Blades, 2, 4, 5. And a Telepathic Suggestion. We got 1 here. Blob's confused. Our encounter card is an Arclight. Retaliate 1. And when she attacks you or an ally you control, confuse, or she gets +2 for the attack. Okay. Name a resource type. Then discard the top card of your deck. If that card does not have a resource of the name type, change the target of this attack to a friendly character of your choice. So I could potentially get rid of that. I could potentially get rid of that pretty easily, actually, because I can attack Angel. Okay, so let's flip up to Psylocke. Let's basic attack to remove stun. We'll use a energy and a telepathic. We'll use an energy and a katana to play Angel. Angel hops in. Psy Knife will drop an inspired onto Beta Ray Bill. Now he has a 5 attack, which is pretty cool. Angel, we get to ready Psylocke. We will attack. We will name Mental. It is mental. Okay, so we'll... Okay, not what I wanted. um, which is fine. That's fine. Let's have... That's really funny. Okay, let's have Angel knock out Blob. Yeah. So we're gonna do even odd for Pyro Avalanche. Odd for Avalanche. That's a little bit better. So toughness comes in with 18. After you Avalanche attacks, you exhaust an ally you control. It's not great, actually. It's pretty bad. And we get an encounter card. Angel has 2 damage because Avalanche has Retaliate. Yondu will attack. Boo. Boo toughness. Boo. Yondu's attacks gain overkill. So he's attacking for 3. I want Beta Ray Bill to take out Arc Light. I feel like, well, it doesn't really matter. Let's go 3 here. Let's Psychic Kicker, and Scimitar will name Mental. It's Mental again. Okay, so that's going to be 2 here. Maybe it's not that bad. And then we'll ready Yondu. Yondu will attack for... Actually, we're going to throw the 2 here. And then we'll throw Yondu's 5 attack here, so 3 will roll over to Avalanche. That was honestly kind of hilarious. Beta Ray Bill will... If we attack with Beta Ray Bill, he dies, which is unfortunate because he has Retaliate. But we do 5 attack. I don't think I'm ready to really push, actually. So let's go ahead and stand up. We have Angel as a blocker. We can exhaust probably Beta Ray Bill. No, probably Yondu. 2, 4. If we get a Psychic Kicker, we'll be very happy. We do have a Psychic Kicker. That's nice. We have a Psionic Redirect as well. That gets kind of interesting because we can go Psionic Redirect. And when you take any amount of damage, prevent 2 of that damage. For each Psychotana, we prevent 2 additional damage. This is after he attacks. So we could exhaust Angel. That's what we'll do. Let's go 1 here. Avalanche is going to attack for 4. Jeez, it's so much. Let's straight defend. Let's defend. So he's going to attack for 4, 5, 6. We defended for 2. We're going to use a katana and a knife to play Psionic Redirect. So when you would take any amount of damage, prevent 2 of that damage. For each katana, prevent 2. So we prevented all of the damage, and then we confuse the enemy because we have 1 knife. We have Retaliate 1, 2. So that's going to pop this down to a 3. Then we are going to Scimitar and a Mental. It is a Mental. So we'll go 2 more. I feel like I'm disappointed in that. I shouldn't be. We're going to exhaust Angel. Alrighty. Got 2 cards. The first one is a Bound by Business. Discard cards from the encounter deck into a Marauder minion is discarded. Put that minion into play. Engage with us. Chimera with Patrol. Then we've got Mutant Slayers. Each Marauder minion gains Quick Strike. Really happy about that timing. Place 1 additional threat here for each character in play with a Mutant, X-Factor, X-Force, or X-Men trait. So, nope. That's Brother to Mutants. We got 1, 2, 3. So that's going to be 6 total threat there. But I think we probably are pretty close to lethal, if not have lethal. So Let's go ahead and have Yondu poke for 3. Be 5, 4, 3. Psychic Kicker to ready Yondu and have him attack for 5. And then Beta Ray Bill to attack for the last 5. There you go. There was a little mix-up with the Scimitar and this thing. I forgot that this was an attack, so I apologize. Maybe it wasn't the cleanest of game, but I had a lot of fun. It was kind of cool to see it function without training regimen, so we didn't even actually get that support onto the table where we were able to recur the target practice. I feel like we didn't even use target practice, really. Yeah, so I don't think we actually use target practice. So instead of having Beta Ray Bill attack, we'll have target practice attack, and then we will have Beta Ray Bill attack. But I really thought it was a really fun deck. I really enjoy this series, coming up with some decks that function around some different cards. Honestly, like Yondu and Beta Ray Bill are cards that I don't really play a lot of. And so having that kind of be a side effect of the deck factory of target practice was kind of fun. Yondu with a psionic character and Psychic Kicker is very, very good. So that's awesome. Thank you all so very much for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed the video. I appreciate y'all. I'll see you next time. Peace.